So, hello everybody. Okay. Am I live? Can you guys hear me? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Hello, Luscious Journey. Thank you for coming and welcome. Maria Graham, Cheryl Faulkner, my sisters. Cheryl, did you get your postcard yet from me? Luscious, I've been trying to get in touch with you. I need you to email me so that I can get your address in order to send your postcard to you. Hello, Kay Renee. I am trying to pull you guys up on my phone so that I can see what's going on in the chat. I hope everybody's having a good day. When I'm looking down, I'm actually looking at my phone. It's telling me something has gone wrong to retry. I don't know. Has anybody else had problems? I've seen other people say that they had problems with YouTube. Hello, Rachel, Unbiased LLC. How are you doing? I saw a post screen by. I've been so busy about YouTube taking the worst pictures when you do a short and posting it. I agree. They have you looking like a clown. I see something today that I haven't seen before. A little dot. A little dot. That little YouTube dot is showing up on my live. I don't know what's going on. So, my YouTube, give me a minute, you guys, please. I am trying to pull up my channel and see what's going on. I have been tagged in the end of the summer grow off, what we're planning. So I will be doing that on Thursday because I don't have the question. Not though Thursdays. Today is Thursday. On Saturday, I will have the questions written out. And I want to show you guys something. You actually already see it partly. And that's my masterpiece I was working on night and day from Saturday. Excuse me. From Saturday until yesterday because I had to submit the photos. Mr. Hershey, stop marching around. He's looking to see who I'm talking to. He thinks somebody's here. He's running all over the place. So, I am entered into an international quilt. It's not a contest. It's a quilt challenge, and it's in back of me, and it is a Christmas quilt. You see the red and the green. Hey, Matthew Wishington, a good chat. Halloween is oh my gosh, that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. So, this quilt, the red and green are traditional colors. I will move my big head so that you can see it top to bottom. I'm going to use it in the Zoom meeting tomorrow when we each show our quilts, but I'll show you. This is what the pattern, I'll see if I can turn it. No, it doesn't get any bigger. What the pattern looked like that was posted that we were supposed to be following. Not supposed to be, but this is the pattern. It's a Christmas pattern by Kate Spain, and it's red and green and blue. And the red and green, as I was saying, were Christmas colors. And instead of the light colored background, I decided that I would put black in. Why? Because red, black, and green is the color of the African American flag. This challenge is based, the woman who sells the fabric, and I had all the fabrics sent from Nigeria for this. The what am I showing? Everything over here. They are in Nigeria, and which is supposedly the motherland of everybody with black blood, which I obviously have some of, if not all of. What is going on? Just 1 minute. This phone is acting so crazy. I hate phones. I hate phones. I see I missed a call by Yankee's sister. That's okay. I already left stuff in our hiding place. Bayou Sugar, hello. Thank you for coming. Coach Mary Ma, thank you for coming. I try to comment on all of the lives that I miss and get back. Today this week was such a crazy week. So let me see if I can pull up. No, I'm not able to get this. So that was the quilt that I was supposed to be doing, but you see how I changed it all around. And these little things on the side are called piano keys, and they are individually sewn. Each one was sewn, but one by one by one, one by one. I actually went fast on that one, unbiased. I went fast doing these. So I would put one colored fabric, one strip of black. And I just love mixing black into my African fabrics. I love batiks and African fabrics, not only because of the texture and the color, but the weight of the fabric. The weight of the fabric is twice as heavy as what we get mostly here. The jewelry spot, I see you making bracelets. That's next. I will be making bracelets and earrings when I'm in Arizona. I've already got my little stash on the side. I've got a stash of other little things to take to Auntie Joanne's house, pens for writing on the postcards, glue sticks. She has all that stuff. I like bringing something of my own, some thread, the heat and bond, the heavy, and a recipe that I will share with you guys for a no bake lemon pie. There may be one or two lemons ripe on the Meyer lemon outside our house, but if not, guess what? I'm be in Arizona. Somebody's tree is going to be ripe. Somebody's tree will. So, what have you guys been doing today? I missed your I missed your live today, Kay Renee, but I will get back to it in a little while when I get off of here. So, okay, let me go to live. There I am. And thank you everybody for the thumbs up. We have 13 people in the chat. Thumbs up. And I think Miss Shirley OG and who else? Odom are going live tonight. Going live tonight. So Coach Mary Ma says, you have beautiful fabrics. Thank you. That's my thing. I love fabrics. Most of these were sent from Nigeria, but because I put black as my background color, and for those of you who make half square triangles, I often show you guys different patterns with half square triangles. They abbreviate them HSTs, but you'll look at them and they're randomly placed. So sometimes the spirals, like the big blue one up there, this one is like double, it's going one way. Some are coming up from the bottom. Just interesting things. I laid them out after I sewed them, and I put them in color groups, and I tried to make them so that they were interesting and that everywhere you looked, you would see something different. Hello, PIA, Passionately Intrigued Arts. How are you doing? I want to welcome everybody who has been here from the beginning, the new people, the people in the bushes. For those of you who are coming in for the first time, I see Sheila N. This is a variety channel, and the GQUAT stands for Garden, Quilt, and Art Traditions. I'm a visual artist, and I work in a lot of mediums. I paint, I draw, I do a little bit. I do all the traditional crafts like embroidery, crewel, knit, crochet, and I try to show a little bit of everything and share with you guys. Lately, we have been making a lot of bags. Uh, not passionately intrigued. Dark. She's been doing stuff, collaborating with Unbiased, but I have a couple of bags I brought out. Unbiased was talking about line bags. Of course, I upcycled this denim apron over here. I still haven't put the grommet on it. I said I would do it. Oh, it's once you start doing something engrossed in it, and I don't finish. I'm like a dog with a bone. I don't finish it until, come on, Miss Panky, dress up. I don't finish it until I feel that it's ready. It's like cooking. When I cook, I don't rush it. It's done when it's done. It's supposed to take an hour. Okay, you're baking a cake. The cake might take an hour and 5 minutes. It might take 55 minutes. I'm going to keep an eye on it, and it's done when it's done. I'm not going to take it out because that's what the recipe said. And as you see, my recipe for this quilt is totally different. The black strips on the side, the piano keys, are all different sizes because I wanted the eye to move around my piece. I have a big international Zoom meeting tomorrow, and I've submitted all my paperwork for this little brochure that's going to be published. The entire quilt was supposed to be finished, but I only got the fabric a month ago, and I have other things to do. I have a life going on. So the top is finished. I feel good about that. I would not have made a Christmas quilt this year. I would not have done all of this. Juicing with Jay, thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. I was just talking about a recipe for lemon pies, Jay. I know you got that wonderful Meyer lemon tree outside. And it's a 3-ingredient, no bake lemon pie. So I will go live in Arizona and make this pie. So I've printed it out. I'm going to take it. I will tell you how many calories it has. Nobody cares. We don't care. We're going to eat this. And who doesn't love a lemon homemade pie? How many of you have taken everything out of the garden? Put a 1 in the chat. Hold it back up, please. Maria Graham, she's so funny. She always wants to get the head start on everything. Okay, not only will I hold it up, I will read it to you, but I feel bad because, okay, I don't know if you guys can take a screenshot. If you take a screenshot of my nails, I'll scream. But the ingredients for this no bake lemon pie, I will read it to you just because you asked. An 8-ounce full fat cream cheese, room temperature. Mr. Hershey, I'm not talking to you. Hello. 14-ounce can of full fat sweetened condensed milk, 1/2 cup of lemon juice, and 1 9-inch pre-made graham cracker crust. So again, I will read it to you. No, I'm not giving you all the stuff. This you have to be a content creator. I'm waiting for you, Maria Graham, to go live. Lashes, did you Lashes is back. Lashes, can you please email me a mailing address for you? I've been trying to send you your fabric postcard for the last couple of months, but I don't have your email address. So talking about bags, how many of you are interested in doing a project, an art, a craft, or something this year? This year, Coach Mary Moss says, "Hello, Lashes, beautiful, beautiful Lashes journey." She is doing so much. For those of you who don't know her, she's been on a weight loss health journey, and she has lost a lot of weight. Not only that, she's doing fitness things. She's exercising every morning. I miss her every morning, and I also miss Frugal Wellness with Frugal Mama because why? Because I'm doing my own exercises. I just don't go live. You are doing an amazing job. So is Wellness with Frugal Mama, both of you. I commend each of you. I also would like to thank each of you who have been supporting the channel all of this time. I want to thank the moderators for doing such a good job. Hershey, don't start. Don't start. So my email address, Lashes, whoever would like to email me, is ellenpanky@gmail.com. The Cash App, if you'd like to help support the channel or send a birthday gift. I have a big birthday coming up. It is $ Ellen Panky 13. So back to the chat. I will be Barb Browning. I see people speaking to you. For those of you who are making bags, we were talking about buttons. Unbiased was showing some of the buttons she's gotten at different sales. I'm going to put this down so I don't have to raise my arm so much. This is a bag that I made. It's not for sale. It is made of clothesline rope and this beautiful, beautiful, I think it's a gold plated button that was gifted to me from a button shop on 3rd Street in Beverly Hills in Los Angeles. And Auntie Joanne bought that button for me, and I put it here because this is a special, special bag. And the clothesline rope, I wanted you to see this is not a pattern. This is each individually rope wrapped in a 2.5-inch strip, and I cut my own strips. And this leather is the softest, softest leather. But one of the things I wanted to show you is the inside. Actually, I stuffed my bags with paper so that the insides don't collapse. The inside is totally, totally lined. I have the plastic needlepoint fabric in it that I always put in. I don't know if you notice the pockets. The pockets are the turned down pockets in the corner in the lining, and there are 4 of those. And it's heavy duty padded. This is one of the bags that I show. Oh, and this one I did put the magnetic snap on them. I don't recommend these magnetic snaps because for heavy duty use, they come loose. Hi, Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. But for this bag, it's kind of a dress bag. And what I did, Rachel, when I made my cloth strip and I put the batting in it, I cut my own. Actually, one of these fabrics, this fabric with the black and the orange spots, is one of the ones that my daughter hand carried on her lap from a trip to Tanzania to visit one of the family members that lives there. PIA. So she's saying good to Auntie Lashes, I think. So this leather is super, super soft and a square. But going back to these handles, what I did is these are thinner handles. I actually put a little bit of, I think this one has polyester batting in it to make it puffy. And then I took the strips, Rachel, and those of you who make bags, instead of attaching it, I braided it. And it's so funny because I didn't I didn't have I had braided any hair for years. I don't know how to braid. Rachel said she will copy this one for sure. Be sure and put a denim needle in your machine, and I will show you guys how I did this, and put your extension table on as well on your machine, because the weight of this. And what I did was, for those of you who want to attempt this yourself, this is a whole strip of fabric that I cut in half, and I sewed them individually, and then I sewed them to each other one by one. I hear this is a labor of love. This is not a quickie bag. This is not a quickie bag. This is one of my classes that I used to teach. Oh, and the handle is attached on the outside. It was so thick that the needle wouldn't go through all this. I took one of the big hand needles with something like an owl awl, and I poked holes in it, and I sewed it with an upholstery needle on here. I saw Rachel Unbiased LLC at an upholstery shop the other day. This is basically upholstery. Then another class that I teach on making bags. This one is a pretty big one, and I didn't make this one. I taught one of my friends who has a giant embroidery machine. A giant embroidery machine. She's a full-size woman. She came one day. I was at her house in North Carolina, and she walked out with a an embroidery hoop that must have been, she has a FOF machine. I know you can't see my face, but that's okay. You see my lips talking to you. I wanted you to see this bag. She has a FOF machine, and she has the biggest, biggest, biggest hoops. We used to sit with our embroidery machines and embroider all day. You love the first bag I bring in every day. We'll do that. That's or I will show you how to start. You can't keep your mouth closed looking at that bag, Rachel. And it has the same kind of pocket that I put in that huge, oh, this huge denim bag with, I'll show you guys this one. This one is a hobo bag. It's 22 inches wide by 21 inches long, which is the length of the fabric. But it's my great grandkids' old clothes, for those of you who haven't seen it. And it has my special plastic inside. But I will show you. This one would be my daughter's Christmas present. These are the pockets, full size, so that you can see them. They're the whole inside of the bag on both sides. So if you're going to the airport, you just stick your whole arm down in there, your hair brushes, your knitting, your whatever, your carry-ons, your lunch. And this one, I made a little, oh, I left a string, I see. I left a little loop because I'm giving this one to my daughter. She's not the type to tie it. It has this button is new, but made to look old. But this was an upcycled DIY denim bag. I even made sure that some of the distressing on the bag looked, you can see it, and these little squares that are stripped, They're stripped because they were children's clothes, and I could not get a square. I cut the squares on that bag 7.5 inches because it was clothing. Hello, Joanne. I take it that my little sister is in here trying to sneak up on me, as she usually does. This bag is made with 5-inch charm squares. I'm showing you this because you can buy pre-made. I hand cut these charm squares. Actually, I gave her most of these charm squares for class. I gifted her a pack of 100 African fabrics so that we could make this bag. And this is her logo. This is her logo and her full size logo. She has an embroidery machine, but she just rough edge appliqued it on here, put these big straps, and she sent it to me. Oh, Big Rooster, bless your heart, sir. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. And happy birthday. I'm celebrating already. I went to Arizona one year, for my 70th birthday. And I don't know if I stayed 1 month, 3 months, whatever. I didn't have my little garden out here. Auntie Joanne says the something, the everyday life probably of an OCD is chick. I go sometimes and stay 1 to 3 months in Arizona. I just love it there. I was going to buy a condo, a small condo with a balcony nearby, but I didn't. But Big Rooster, Rachel was at an upholstery shop. Some of the things I watched you on her show. I think I was in the bushes finishing this quilt that I am going to exhibit by Zoom tomorrow for those of you who came in the room. This is a one of a kind Christmas quilt, and it's made with different. I bought 16 fat quarters of African fabrics and had to send over. And then some of the blue batiks I liked because, as I told some of you earlier, red and green are Christmas colors. Blue represents the sky that is above everyone in the world. And this is an international competition for the challenge for this quilt. And I wanted the sky to unite us all, especially in view of the fact what's going on in the Middle East, what's going on with Israel and Gaza Strip, what's going on with Russia and the Ukraine. Blessing for all those who are suffering. I just want to, I just want to, us all, like they said, can we all get along and to unite all of us? And that's what these pinwheels are going around and around, around and around. So, going back to this bag, Rachel, you were talking about buttonholes yesterday or one day this week. And if you guys go over to Unbiased LLC, uh, Sissy Joanne says beautiful work. Unbiased LLC, she will show you how to use a zipper foot on a modern machine. They also have zipper feet for some of the older machines. And I showed her how to put this flap on a one of a kind button. And Rachel, this bag is lined. And what you do is you actually make two bags. You have the one on the outside, the one on the inside. This one has not batting in it. It has a type of pellin on it in the inside so that it's not thick, it's lighter. And she actually, I used her fabric. She made like a pillowcase, and I put a my usual kind of batting and plastic inside because it's washable. It's washable. You can take it out. You can make a sleeve, not make a sleeve. You can do whatever you want. But I want to show you something because her son is a graphic artist, and I sent him my logo for GQUAT Traditions, which is a set of hands. And I think my big embroidery hoop on my baby lock, I think it's 10 by 7, something like that. But he digitized the hands for me, and it says Traditions on it. Then later on, I changed my name to GQUAT Traditions to so that you guys would know what kind of traditions I represent, and that's garden, quilt, and art traditions. You learn from the whole community, and you ask the best questions. I almost want to drop a link for you guys to come up. He asked the best questions about things going on in the live, and he holds it down for Unbiased LLC when she's showing. It's very difficult to sew and talk and do everything at the same time. But what I want to show you, those of you who have embroidery machines, PIA, Tracy, I think you have an embroidery slash sewing machine. I will show you something. I will show you something. Hold on. I will grab it. And I'll let you look at the quilt while I'm doing this. All right. I will be back. Ta-da, here I am. And this is what you can do if you have a logo. So now you see her 3D logo in black. She had a plastic piece of acrylic in here, but it was very sharp on the edges and dangerous. Albert Miranda, thank you for coming and welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for everyone ringing my goat's bell. This is from when I really did have goats and lived on a homestead. About myself, for those of you who don't know, I grew up in a medium sized town in Connecticut, but I have lived in big cities. I've lived in Los Angeles. I have lived in other parts of LA. I have lived in Washington, D.C. for a long time, the surrounding area. I still have a lot of family there. My son and grandson are in California, and all over the place. I've lived off grid. I have had cows and goats and pigs and chickens and ducks as recently as 8 years ago. Albert Miranda says, thank you. Thank you. Y también yo hablo español poquito. So this is what she did. That same face, she had it digitized. How cool is this? And she also sent me this little bag. I must have done some good teaching, hint, hint, Rachel, to get all these gifts from my students. And this is just an embroidery outline of that face. Those of you who have logos, you knew you would come in being messy. those two, those two, sister and brother, uncle, aunt, something. And Rachel does embroidery. She put some stickers on, patches, embroidery patches on her aunt's denim jacket. I like that. I'm supposed to be putting a peacock on the back of a denim jacket for my daughter. Traditions, he'd be a messy, make him leave. No, I need him to send me some of them old jeans he has so I'll have enough fabric to sew. I had to cut up all those little kids' jeans to make my bag. I don't even know how many pairs I use. But one thing I want to show you guys, showing you, this is what we do on bags that have zippers. On bags that have zippers, it's the final touch. This one has a nice pink. I need old jeans, Big Rooster. My mailing address is, sorry, Rachel, you can't have all the jeans. You can't have all the jeans, Rachel. You have enough. I have nothing. I who have nothing, and I who have no one must watch you go passing by. Oh, Big Rooster, you send me some. I promise you, I'll make you a bag out of it. I know you want, but GQuat, I do both English and Spanish. Oh, yo también. Yo también, Albert. So this is the insight. But what I wanted to show you guys who put zippers on things, add a little extra touch. That little hole in the zipper, she put a little string in it. I sometimes put, and this is like the jewelry spot, the little pieces that you put through bracelets and whatnot. You can burn it, not burn it, but you put it through the zipper and you use it to hold. Some of my bags, and she didn't put one on here, but I put a little tab on the outside, and you hold that when you pull the zipper up and close. Hello. Hello, Kim, the educated natural. And thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. So, Big Rooster, I don't have my P.O. box on here, but I do have it on my page. If you go all the way in past where it has the shorts, the live, the videos, you go to the about page, and my P.O. box is listed. And I would love, love, love to have a few pair of your old jeans. And the more distressed, the better. The more distressed, the better. So this one is a nice little size for, and I just want to show you how you can do so many things. You don't have to have an embroidery machine. I do have one. You haven't seen it yet. It hasn't made its appearance in my lives. Um, Kim says, I mean, Tracy says, I wasn't going to say anything, Rachel, but I guess about, oh, Big Rooster will send some. I also, Big Rooster, have something that I'm going to send you. I have so much stuff in here. Look at this. Don't die. Don't die. Look at all this Steeler fabric that I cut up during the time when we had to wear masks. My family, my maternal family, is all in Pennsylvania. I have several cousins who have played football for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But look at all these already cut up to make a bag, to make something. This is not real sturdy, but I also have, and they're already cut out. They're already, they are very distressed. Don't y'all say nothing. No shade. No shade. Don't you be talking about my nephew, the Big Rooster. And then for those of you who are Steelers fans, this must be at least 2 or 3 yards of fabric that, and it's already cut 7 inches by 9 inches because that's the size that I was making the masks. And I had several requests for Steeler masks at the time during the you know what. And I have all these cut. I also have a lot of fabric from the University of Southern California because my only grandson graduated from there, and I made some for him. This was at the time during the pandemic when nobody could get a mask. Nobody, not even the hospitals, doctors, nurses, anything. So I made about 2 or 3 thousand masks, and I gave them to hospitals, senior centers, and even everybody in my building. There's 79 apartments in here, and some are married couples. And I gave everybody a mask. If they wanted a second mask, I would charge them $5 to pay for my fabric. And I didn't use, there were places that were marking down fabrics like $1.99, $2.99. I didn't use any of that. I used my good, good, good quilting fabric for those masks. David Corey is so cold. That is so mean. I don't know where he came from. First of all, when you come in the room, sir, you say hello, David Corey. Talking about brown spots on my jeans. It doesn't matter. I will wash. They're gonna all get washed and taken care of. G Mama grows hard in the garden. Thank you for coming. But I just wanted to show you what you can do, Rachel. You can digitize your elephant. For those of you who haven't seen, she has an elephant that she made out of quilted fabrics, a collage. And this is the back of this little, it's not denim, it's like duck cloth or something. It's very hard, very hard, very hard. So, this is what I wanted to show you guys and why I was missing for a while. I was working on this. I've still got ginger in the yard, in the bag. I've still got potatoes that I haven't harvested. But guess what? I figure I'm going to be gone for a month, the month of November. When I celebrated my birthday last time in Arizona, I went there, and for my big 70th birthday, we had gold balloons and decorations. And I stayed there so long that the balloons, the air came out. Auntie Joanne went back and we got silver balloons because they couldn't inflate them anymore. They were so beat up. G Mama Girl said, thank you for coming. At Jones Truth, thank you for coming. I appreciate you. And what are you sewing on? What are you working on in the background? Rachel, I have to show you more of my bags because you can get to them faster. And honestly, my passion is quilting. My passion is quilting. This is my work of art. I'm so pleased with this, so happy with it, so proud of it. I can't wait for this big meeting tomorrow. It'll be on Zoom, and I don't know if it will. She will probably tape this whole procedure, but it's called Quilt Africa Fabrics, and she does have a channel on YouTube. She doesn't have a lot of videos. Rooted in essential oils. Thank you for coming. I put on some essential oils just before I came out here. I put on some patchouli, and on my pillowcases, I sent pillowcases to my sewing machine guy. I bring it every day. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And he said, my wife wants to know what kind of perfume you put on the pillowcases. I didn't put any perfume on your husband's pillowcases. It was patchouli oil, and I put it on both of your pillowcases because it's spiritual and healing. I have a book. Let me see if I can say it. A book on I have so many books, and you can tell I read them because I know exactly where they are. I have a book on aromatherapy. I also have some diffusers. I have oil diffusers and I have water diffusers. I guess I'll have to show you this.
Partridge LLC.
Sorry, you guys. I have my phone. It was off. Now it's on. A package is coming, but it did knock me off. Okay, Yankee Sister. Hello, Yankee Sister. I left you a message. I see that I missed your call. It's unlocked our usual hiding place. Listen to your phone. I left a message of where I left some packages for you. So this is a book about aromatherapy, and it talks about, this book is 50 years old. This book is, oh gosh. Sorry, you guys. Why is it not turned off? No, 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 no. Nobody's coming. And he's growling. You hear, Mr. Hershey? Come here. No, nobody's coming. So he is such a good guard dog. When I couldn't see, when I was legally blind, he would always let me know if something or somebody was there. And he only barks. He only barks when there is someone there. He's not one of those yappy dogs that just goes around barking because, I don't know, the wind is blowing. So going back to the aromatherapy, a lot of you are growing herbs. Planter Garden TV has a channel and he has a challenge going on. I haven't officially entered it yet, but I will. And for those of you who do not know, there was a challenge last winter for growing indoors. I grew hydroponically and some little pots. And Auntie Ellen, who's been gardening for 70 years, won. I was so excited. I was so excited. So this is a book about aromatherapy. You can boil herbs in the on a teapot and a steamer, and this book tells you what different herbs do. It tells you how to say affirmations. How do you spell the herb that you mentioned? Do you guys want me to get the bottle and show you what it is? It's patchouli. Patou Pachu Patchouli. I'll get it for you. I will get it. Here we go. Why are you in the way? You see what I go through for my family? I do the same thing when I'm cooking. I get whatever you need. It's Patch, like the word patch, Ouli oil. This one I've used so much, it's eroded the top. I have to get another stopper on the bottom. But you can use it, spell that thing then. There we go. Patch, almost like ouch, uli oil. And it's supposed to help keep mosquitoes away. It's a nice smelling oil. You wear oils every day. I do too. And this one, you don't have to worry about the mosquitoes and bees following you because you have perfume on. And I just started wearing it every day. Every day. So that you would have spelled it patchouli. That's okay. It would auto. I don't know Siri and all these other machines. Hershey, no. Hershey, no. That's that's either Yankee's sister at my door. Let me mute this just for a minute so I can. Okay, so I have some favorite oils. No, I use tea tree oil a lot. That's good for healing. I I have a respiratory issue, and when the heat comes on in the winter, I have this big a gallon vaporizer, and I fill it up every day with distilled water, and I use it in the room. The whole 1 gallon in my bedroom, so that it and I put peppermint oil. I have a couple smaller ones with lights in them. I just like them. Raven, my goddaughter. Thank you for coming, Rachel. Rachel is a sommelier. For those of you who remember, you can be into oils a lot. That's how you know how to spell it. They're good for massages and everything. A sommelier is a professional wine taster. She's into the hospitality. Hospitality. She has her degree in hospitality from Syracuse University up there, and she was here a month ago, and we had a glass of wine together. Her mom lives in my building. I got the application for her mom, and it was a waiting list of 2 years to get here. In the night, any apartment building, there's such a shortage of housing, and she'll tell you whatever house I'm in is always cozy. There's always pillows, there's always food, there's always ambiance, good conversation, and a lot of love. Fr Humphrey, thank you for coming. I met Rachel when she was about 4 years old, and I had a house about a half a mile from here, and my Rottweiler was happy to see her. Even though he was chained, he jumped on her or pushed her too hard, and she fell. But only one time. He never bothered her. He was a friendly dog. friendly dog. So is Mr. Hershey, unless you come near his mama. This 10-pound dog, and yes, he's coming to Arizona. He's sitting between me and the door. Wherever I am, he's always between me and the door. He's going to protect his mommy. Yeah, ma'am. He is. He is. So, would you guys like to do something today? Would you like to work on some? I have some scraps of fabric out that are left over for those of you who just came in. My Christmas quilt, which is part of a Quilt Africa Fabrics challenge. And I made a wall hanging because that area where Miss Mignon is a revolving art display. Let me see if I can show you. See over there, up in the corner. So where Miss Mignon, she's too small to be up there anyway. And above that biography of my dad, Raven, not Rachel, Raven, yes. And Rachel, I'm just talking, didn't realize I didn't mute you. So Raven's IG is the petite sommelier on IG. And why? Because she is petite. And you guys, the most important thing to know about her is that she's the one who started my community garden for me. She took me at the time I was recovering from some health issues. She came over here, put me in her car. We went to Home Depot. She got the wood. She came back with drills and screws, and we made raised beds. And the part of the community garden that I have was not a garden at all. It was just grass. We dug up all the grass. Do you remember that, Raven? We dug up. I said we. I was in the chair passing out the water. Yes, please hit the like button, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate you. If you like the content, if you like visiting your grandmother or your aunt or your great grandma, and it took us a few times. I had friends, sister friends who came by after work with their work clothes on and helped me in the garden when I wasn't able to have a garden. So touching. So touching. So, Cheryl Faulkner, did you? I love you too, Raven. I love you very much with my whole heart. I love you. Ego amote. So, G Mama Girl says, thanks, Raven Blake. She is, and she made sure she saw her auntie when she came. Always, always. And you guys, would you like to make a quickie postcard? A quickie postcard? Or would you like to keep talking about some of the stuff that I'm working on? I'm just looking to see if there's anything else nearby. I always have quilts and other stuff. So, Big Rooster, I'm holding you to your word. Raven did a fantastic job. Yankee sister sees it. So we started off with two 8 foot by 8 foot beds, and then which is 8 by 16, and then later on I extended it. Everybody wants a postcard. No problem. You want some cornbread, and I've got some vegetables out. I can make a quick stir fry and some rice. I can cook any. There's always food. Amazon saying they delivered my package. How was my delivery? It was good. They rang. They came to the door. I came. I saw. I conquered. Vini vidi vici. One of my favorite sayings. Wait, before we do that, what have you guys? Your word is your bond. I appreciate that. And I love that. And that's how I am, Big Rooster. Anything I say I'm going to do for you or to you, you can bet the rent money on that. Where can you get 5 by 5 cut squared fabrics from? You can get some on Amazon. They're called charm squares. You can get some at Joann's. You can get some at Hobby Lobby. And the reason I cut my 5, but I think I even sent you a few little 5 by 5s, Rachel. or maybe not. I got tired of cutting it, and then I just gave you the big one. You said mention that's cooking. Let's go. Yep, there's some oxtail back there too. That would take a little longer. David, Corey, I've got a couple bags of oxtail in there. Fish. My freezer is taped shut. It is taped shut because the apartment freezer, where there's a freezer above there, is it's like a jack in the box. It's full. I have another smaller freezer. It's full. I always have food. I even living alone in the country in North Carolina, I had the big 6 foot side by side refrigerator and freezer, and I also had a 20-foot freezer in the back. Okay, let's go over to the sewing machine. So Rachel, I know you don't like to cut. The 5x5s are good. I guess you're going to be making those bags. Don't tempt me with a good time. Oxtails. Yep, oxtail. Anything. I cook anything from scratch. Auntie Joanne will tell you, you kill it, I'll cook it. I'll cook it. I'm not so good at dispatching animals. I never dispatch anything. I raised animal for meat. Oh, the ducks. I had the Muscovy ducks. My ducks were so fat they couldn't even fly. They couldn't even fly. So let's go create some postcards. You know, Auntie Joanne, you didn't get there. Oh my goodness. I don't know what takes so long. I sent one to Alaska and I don't know if it got there yet. I could have taken some dog sleds and gone to Alaska. Speaking of which, Big Rooster, my family in Pennsylvania is on my mother's side is rooted in Pennsylvania in the history in oh, you see that? Do you see that painting way up there in the back? That's actually a post. You said you'll stay here all day. A picture that I painted. It's supposed to be Uncle Roscoe swimming in Aruba. Uncle Roscoe was a lifeguard, Auntie Joanne's husband, when he was young. My son was a lifeguard when he was 16. My kids swim like sharks. They swim like sharks. Gee, Mama Gross, thank you for posting support for the channel. Oh, there was a listing, on Facebook where last year for those of you veterans, thank you for your service. Hello, Auntie Bev Jones. And for veterans, I raised, I think, $146 for Quilts of Valor. That was my charity of choice. And in the past, I've made as many as 121 quilts in 1 year for different charitable organizations that monitored who the quilts went to. A lot of times you send donations to places, whether it's money or whatever, and it doesn't get to the people you send it to. It goes to the people who are organizing it and stuff. I remember when Haiti had the big earthquake, my mom and my granddaughter and I knitted 100 hats to send over there. Then, caps, neonatal caps for the newborn babies. Then, hello, Auntie Bev Jones. Thank you for coming. We made pillowcase dresses for the little girls. And the people that were organizing came to me to ask me if I would donate a plane ticket for them to go over to Haiti to hand deliver some other things. No, ma'am. I can get a plane ticket for myself. That was before all the unrest that they have now, and I can go deliver it myself. You're blessed for all I do for others. I am blessed. You guys are a blessing. I don't do this to for a living. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try something because let me see if I can plug this in and see what happens. I don't know if you said informative videos, David says. Is it Malaya or Malaa? Put a 1 in the chat if you I'm Medea. I guess I'm Medea. I show am. Don't forget to hit the like button. So is it Malaya or Malaya? Put a 1 if it's Malaya. Put a 2 if it's Malaa, because I hate to be mispronouncing your name. Because why? Good friends become family, and family is everything. Family is everything. And it doesn't mean that you're connected by DNA. It means that you formed a community and you look out for each other in one way or another. One way or another. So let me see. I don't know how to share a screen. I don't. I'm trying to find out how to. Hold on. Preview. No, I don't want to do that. Downloads. I'm trying to see if I can put up this. Put up this. Anyway, I'm trying, you guys. This is an Okio cam, FR Humphrey, and sifting some soil and some others that do late night crafting said to get this. But the problem is, what was I trying to do, Rachel? I was trying to connect this camera to to the computer. And Erica, my fly family, are you here? Erica, I want Alex to do capoeira. He reminds me of my grandson. And Erica, my fly family, is expanding her garden, and her son is into a lot of sports. Malaya says, hello to everyone in the chat. I hope you all are having a good day. And my only grandson, I have one son, one great. Oh, Malaya says her name is. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let me go back up and see without losing you guys. Erica. Okay, I can remember Erica. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to turn this. Oh, this is too close to my sewing machine, so I didn't use it because it will end up getting knocked over, and it's lightweight. But I will figure a. This is new commands. I don't want any, oh, new comments. Erica is Malaya's name. Okay, thank you. Turn it on and see if it pops up to add. I did, but I didn't see it. I will do it for Saturday, and I will email myself. The connection that you told me about, Unbiased, because I have equipment. I just don't know how to use it. And I want you guys to be more involved in what I'm doing. So here we go. And I was going to make some postcards out of some of the fabric left over from my Christmas quilt. Let me see if I can turn this on. I don't like the lighting there. I'll leave it there. And you can still see. I got you when you're ready. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So for those of you who want to make postcards, I already have pre-cut interfacing. I have some fabrics that are just single fabrics with butterflies. Oh, here's an interesting one. Here's one I think I will use. And do something. And I have plain fabric for our treasured home. I sent your package out today. What else did I send out? I sent a card to someone. It's a surprise. Someone who sent me a card. And Auntie Joanne, you guys, she's being shy. She won't come up, but she made a really, really cute card, a postcard, and she showed me a picture of it, but she won't come up. We have an appointment 3 p.m. So, all right, Sissy. Well, thank you. They're on Arizona time, not East Coast time. I appreciate you, Sissy. Um, Uncle Roscoe, love you both. Ego Amate, and see you in a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks. Hurricane Sister will be there. So these are the fronts for some cards. I keep these done ahead of time as well. So all I have to do is connect them to the fronts. This is a piece of, I know Rachel wants to see you guys want to see what I'm doing. So you'll see the clutter in back of me, but I will do it. I will do it. I will do it. To stage. There we are. Well, that was interesting. So I will put the machine over and the bright light's not in your eyes. This was a mug rug that I was making just because I had this fabric sitting here and I always have to be doing something. So since we are a village, you guys are the village that makes up my world. I will. I like working on two things at a time. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I do know. Two things at a time because I don't have to cut the strings between projects. Let me see what you guys are saying. Okay. G Mama grows. Much is going on. Raven's laughing. It's a lot of stuff in here, isn't it, Rachel? But it's organized. It's organized. So I have a pile of pre-cut fabrics here, a couple of rulers, some colors, and let's get started. I like making things with diagonal lines. Why? Who knows? So I'll put a couple on here, and I'm just putting the lines on, figuring out where to put things so that you can see them. How about that? And I'm just drawing a line on the backing. And I just love colorful fabrics. I like giving these for birthday presents, for Christmas presents. And even though this is cut out for backing, I'm just going to cut it because it's pretty. My new cutting pinking shears. And I think I'll use you. But towards the end, because I will need more room. Okay. I think I started one today just because I wanted to see if you guys wanted to see it. This one is on batting. This one is on batting. So Yankee sister, a mess. Yankee sister. I missed something. What are you guys doing? Much is going on. I'm going back. Marie Graham says good night. We have an appointment. Knocking stuff over. That's okay. What happened? I don't know. I missed something. I'm biased. Must be picking on somebody. K. Renee says nice colors. Thank you. So these are the colors that I have out, and this is what I do with my itty bitty pieces of fabric. And just because this one is pretty, so I just do assembly line or chain piecing, and I'm going to put this piece here, and I'm going to find some piece that's just as long. This is a big one. And we put right sides together. And we sew. This is just going to be for just to show you how to make an easy postcard. I'll tell you why I like this is why I like doing two at a time, because you can just keep going and never stop. So there's this one. What am I going to put? Something, actually, I think I'll ground it and put a piece. This is crazy, but it's supposed to be interesting. So both right sides together. Oh, you know what I want to show you about good fabric, African fabric? This is one of the modern ones. Ellen Panky, African Dreamin' is sending you love. Thank you. Thank you, African Dreamin', Jay and April. I didn't see you. Oh, that's ugly. My hand. This fabric is so densely printed that it doesn't matter whether you use the front or the back. You can't even tell the front and the back of the fabric. So this is a piece of fabric called Shway Shway from Africa. Hello, Sonia Siegler. African Dreamin' sent you. Thank you, African Dreamin'. Thank you. I appreciate you. Jared Talks. I am getting ready to make a postcard with some of the African fabrics from a project that I've been working on. And this is why I like working on two things at a time that are totally unrelated. I'm challenging my brain, 10. So then I take this one. I don't know where my snips are, so I'll use these big scissors. And I will flip this back and I will hand press it. When I get off live, I will do it with the iron. This one. So this is a 3-ring circus. I'm working on 3 things at the same time. This is going to be a mug rug or a table runner. So since this was these colors, I'll just add either yellow or something like that on the end to finish it off. So here's a piece of yellow, but I don't like that one. That one's too bright, actually. Here's a Cocoa Pelly in here. Okay, how about this one? And this is what you do. You just look through your scraps and sew them along. So that's what I'm doing. And you can actually buy scraps. All of the stores, Joann's, Quilt Africa Fabrics, their places on Facebook, they will sell you scraps. Me, I don't have any scraps. I use all mine. So now we're taking this one out, these two out. So I have this and I have this. So that will cover this part just so that you see it. And I actually I don't know how you got under there. I actually like this piece. This is how you make a crazy quilt too, you guys. You just get colors and randomly add them. So this is what I'm adding next. And it ends up being something beautiful and different and one of a kind. Why? Because I just have this one pile of scraps over here. I don't know why they would be calling me and I'm live. Okay. Okay, they can leave a message. I'm not going to leave my live too. Uh-oh, I got stuff stuck on the back. That's okay. Just a minute, and I will show you guys. So, this is the front of a mug rug. That's how easy it is. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Duval, hello. Hello. Robin Murphy says hello. Everyone in the chat. It wasn't you calling me? Oh, I know who it was. I don't know why they would call me while I'm live. But, yeah. We'll just keep going. It's distracting. Say, Rachel would be cracking that whip. That whip, that whip, that whip. And just because I like this color and it has butterflies, I'm going to put that in the corner over here. Because I'm making a village. I'm going to make a little village. Okay, so now I'm taking the previous one off. I can remove this pin and I'm going to finger press this part down. All right, and I'm just going to roughly cut it. We'll trim it to fit the back in a minute. So, okay, so this one has the blue, this one has the red, and I want to put some of these interesting colors, these new colors on here. Oh yeah, that'll work. So I'm going to put that there, and I'm working on this one. Here is, this one is not going to fit. You guys, hold on a second, please. Hello? I can't have what's going on? Just tell me. Oh my gosh. I will. Thank you. Oh, it wasn't muted. No, it's not. I wanted to. Hello, Erica, my fly family. And African Dreamin', thank you for all of the family members that you sent over. I appreciate you. And African Dreamin', I'm working on some postcards using my African scraps. And welcome, 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 because good friends become family over here, and family is everything. So I'm going through, and these are some of my newest scraps that I put in the quilt that I was working on the wall over there earlier. If you go back to the beginning of the chat, go back to the beginning of the chat, you will see. And again, these fabrics that come from Africa are so densely printed that you can use either side. So let's go back down to where I'm sewing, because we are going to put a couple of African huts on this postcard, and I'm showing you how you can make one, and you can do this by hand. You can do this by hand, you guys. I have several postcards up there that are made by hand. You don't have to have a sewing machine. And that's why, for those of you who are new to sewing, that's why I'm using this antique machine, who's the same age as me. It's 75 years old. And I made sure that I collected, this won't be big enough, that I collected fabrics that, I mean, a sewing machine as old as me. So that won't be wide enough. This is another one of the fabrics I got from Africa. Oh, here's the piece I said I was going to use. These fabrics, you can't even tell the front from the back. They are so well made, so thick, so luxurious. The Rachel, it's hard to talk and do everything. I don't have a big rooster up here helping me. You ain't trying to help me, big rooster. But that's okay. We make it work. We make it work. So I will show you what's going on. I'm so excited to show you because it looks like a bunch of gobbledygook. So I'm going to hand press this back. And the first one is done. I will add more to it. I'm looking for some more scraps that match this. And then sometimes you have little pieces that are already sewn together. I think I'll use this just for giggles and kicks. Just for giggles and kicks. Actually, I don't even need all of it. I will balance it and put it over here. It's not going to take the whole place, but you just keep sewing edges. This is what you do in crazy quilts. You just keep sewing edges together. I want another color. Using reds and oranges here. Here's another bag with scrap fabrics, African fabrics. I keep my African fabrics and my batiks separately because I don't want them to I just want to give them the respect that they deserve. And they're such nice fabrics. And they're expensive, I might add. I don't want to lose them and get them mixed up with other garbage scraps. So I'm putting this under the needle, and I'm just going to sew on like ski on, ski off slope. Okay, so see this? Hello to everyone in the chat that I didn't see. I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you like the content, please stay, come back, and join the family, because here good friends become family, and family is everything. Okay, I'm going to put this down so you can see the top of the sewing machine. So this one's finished, and I think I have just one little piece to go on here, and these two cards I'm making, as you see, with my African fabrics because I had them out. I was just working on a big project. And you see this little corner, nothing fits it, so I'll just make a piece. This one is big enough, so where will I sew it to make sure that it covers the whole thing? 1 second, you guys. So I'm going to sew this across. And you don't have to backstitch because you're going to sew around the edges in a minute. But meanwhile, since the first one is finished, this one, I will show you what you do. Turn it down, finger press it. And we're going to turn it to the back. And we're just going to cut off the excess. Going to use my handy dandy pinking shears. And then the scraps will be used for other projects. I just put them right back in the pile, right back in the baggie. So that's what the front of this looks like. Then what I'm going to do is I have some little squares cut out that I know will fit on this fabric. I mean, this size postcard. And this one's really cute. It's like a face. See it? So I'm going to put that down as part of a hut. Actually, I'm going to move it over. And I want a big roof. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a piece of this. Or not, maybe a bright roof. Oh, I know what I'm going to use for a roof. A piece of this. So this is how you design Wellness with Frugal Mama. Thank you for coming. I was talking about you, talking about your exercise journey and how you're on every morning, but I miss you because I'm actually exercising. I have a helper that comes in at 6 in the morning, and I do stuff with her, so I'm not able to be on the chats early in the morning. So I'm just cutting a little fringe off this, and I'm going to put it above here, and it's actually going to be a quick little hut. Why? Because good friends become family, family's everything, and you guys are part of my village. So I'm going to start over here and sew around. And this is what you call functional art. You're just taking something that's nothing and making something that's useful, that be useful being a postcard, a fabric postcard that everybody loves and enjoys. They take forever to get there, though, I'll tell you that. So I'm sewing around this hut to sew it to the postcard. And this one is almost done. And also sewing something on top of the background holds it down. All right. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love, African Dreamin' and everyone. Why do I have these big scissors? Because they're easy. I don't have to get close to it. Why don't I cut the back one, right? Okay. So this is the back of the postcard. All right. Okay, so this is how you make a postcard. And you guys, it is 5:30. I don't know who's going on live next, but this is the front of a postcard. This is how you create something from nothing. I want to thank everybody for coming. I love you all. And peace, love, and blessings. Mother, if you're watching, Ego Amote. Thank you guys.